everyone, and welcome to the One Stop Co-op Shop. Today we're going to do a playthrough of Robinson Crusoe, The Adventures on the Cursed Island. So first, I want to show you guys how to set up the game. I will actually have in the description below little time spots that you guys can go to. So if you already know how to set up the game, I'll show you where the actual video starts for playthrough. So you can click that. If this is your first time playing, I do suggest looking at how the game is set up. I am going to do actually scenario 6, Robinson Family. I'm going to be honest, I've only won it once, but it's a lot of fun, and I think you see a ton of videos online of the first episode, the Castaway. I think it'd be really nice to see a playthrough of one of the other scenarios, so that's what I'm going to do. This is my favorite, probably because I have a family and it's kind of fun. You actually get kids. You have to feed them. Go figure. Yeah, anyways, it's fun. So what we first do is, you can see this is the board of Robinson Crusoe. You'll pull that out. I've got all these cards out here, and we'll kind of walk through each thing step by step over here. So first, in this corner right here, we're going to be putting our event deck, and we will I will show you how we set that up, and we might as well do that right away. So what I have over here is our event cards, okay? There are two different types. There's one type that has the question mark on them, so you can see it. See that little question mark right there? That's one type. The other type of event card is going to have a book icon, and it looks like so. And when you play the game, when these event cards come up with either the book or that question mark icon, they're going to do certain things. The book icon is going to be different per game. The question mark is going to be very simple. You're going to put question mark tokens on top of these decks, and that's going to tell you that, hey, the next time that you do this action, no matter what, you're going to have to draw from those adventure decks. Okay, and I'll explain that in a little bit. But, so the first thing you have to do is actually set up your event deck, and how you do that is you look at how many rounds are in the game, are in this specific scenario. So for Robinson Family, I'll show you this, you can see it a little bit better. There is a total of 12 rounds, okay? So because there's 12 rounds, we will put 12 event cards into the event deck. And we will do 6 of each type. So right here, let's see, am I doing this? So we're gonna pick out 6 of each type. So these are gonna be the ones with the question marks. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, might as well use the one that fell on the ground, 6, and then we'll do 6 of the book type. So like I said, in each game the book icon will mean something different. In this one, for Robinson Family, it means that you get half of your production that you normally get rounded down. So if I would normally get 1 food a round, I would get 0. Or if I normally got 2, I'd only get 1. All right, let's make sure I did that right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. So I'll shuffle these up after that gets placed here, and then that will be our event deck, okay? Over here, we start with one event already out in place, and it is called food crates. It says, you notice food crates scattered along the shore, and you can place your workers here to get certain effects, which you'll see as we're playing the game. Okay, so that's up here in that left-hand side. Now, on the center top of the board right here, that is our morale tracker. We start at 0, but while we play, we're going to be going back and forth between feeling really good about ourselves versus feeling kind of bad about ourselves. So if we're feeling good about ourselves, it's going to move in this general direction, and we'll be able to start obtaining these tokens that are called, which I can't remember right now off the top of my head, determination tokens. Wow, I can't talk to myself today, sorry. So you're going to get these determination tokens, which you can use to activate special effects on your character sheet. So that's what's over here. Over here in this area is where you're going to have your resources. So when we gain food and gain wood, and I do have some kind of cool looking food and wood. This doesn't come with the base game. I was able to get these when I traded for the game. You can see, so these are going to be wood, that's going to be food. So when we start obtaining those things, they're going to go into this area. Then over here, what we have is we have the shelter, we have a roof, we have a palisade, and we have our weapons. So in order to build these things, depending upon the number of players, we have to use a certain amount of resources. I'm going to be playing a 2-player game, so we will be using the level 2 area here. So in order to build a shelter and build a roof and build our palisade, it's going to cost either 2 wood or 1 fur. Now the weapon over here always costs only 1 wood, and you'll be moving up and down this track. In this area, we have our basic 9 inventions. So while you're on this island, right, you've just been deserted on this island, you have 9 inventions that you can make that are the basic inventions. However, you have to either find specific resources in order to make them, or you have to actually find specific tiles that have location types on them. So for an example, let me bring you this rope card. So this rope card, you need to find the plains before you can build it. So I have to explore enough and find a plains area before I can actually build the rope, okay? And in Robinson Family, what happens is we will also add 9 more inventions to the game, and that's actually one of our winning requirements, is that we have to build all 9 of our additional invention cards. Okay, so here is our invention deck, right here, and I'm going to pick a random 9. So I'll shuffle these up. We'll go 1, okay, the bed, 2, oh, the moat, 3, oh, a bow, 4, oh, the cellar, my favorite, 5, a sack, 6, a pit, 7, oh, a furnace, cool, 8, a shield, that'll help with fighting, and 9, a shortcut. Okay, great. So I'll put the rest of these back into the box. Now what we're going to have to do is, over the course of the game, we're going to have to build all 9 of those. And I'll show you as we play how we do that. Now the next thing that we have over here is our starting items. Okay, you always start with 2 items. That's on the basic mode. You can make it harder with starting with 1 or 0. I'm gonna do 2. I want to see if maybe I can win this. So our first one is the storm glass, and that allows us to roll the weather die ahead of time, and then we know what's coming. Cool. And then our other one is, ooh, the empty bottle, which gives us +1 to our weapon. Okay, and we will place 2 of these tokens on here because you can use it 2 times, each one. And you only get 1 of each of those. Or sorry, you get 2 total, and then once you use them, they're gone. They're only starter items. Here we have our beast deck. So I've already shuffled this, but what we'll do with the beast deck is, if we find when we are scouring the island, we find a tile that has a beast icon on it, it means we can go hunting. So we'll put one of these beast cards in here, and then we can go and actually hunt and try and get food and furs from those animals. However, we don't know what we're going up against, so we have to make sure our weapons are strong enough, etc., etc. So we actually put the deck over here. We can't actually just go hunting right away. We first have to find that tile, and that's what this is right here. So I've already shuffled these up, but as we explore out, we'll be placing tiles here, and if we have a tile that shows that beast icon, we'll put them here, and then we can put our workers on top of this area to actually go hunting. Kind of cool. All right, right here is our adventure area, okay? So what that's used for is, let's say I am going to go and I'm going to explore in this location. I've only used 1 pawn. Well, what happens is, since I'm only using 1 pawn, I have to roll these dice when I actually do my action, okay? 1 die is going to tell me if I succeed at exploring or if I fail, which will look like this. If you fail, what you will still get is 2 determination tokens. So what's nice is, no matter what, you're either going to succeed or you're going to get determination tokens. The second die is going to tell you whether you get injured or nothing. That's what you want to see. And then the third one is going to tell you whether you had an adventure or you didn't at all, and it was just nice and simple. If you have an adventure, you will draw the top card of this deck and either resolve it if it has an effect, or it might say, hey, if something happens to you, shuffle that into the event deck. So then it'll actually be shuffled into this deck, and something might come later. Usually it's bad. You'll see how it works as we go through. So you have that for all the three main actions: build actions, gather actions, explore actions. So explore over here, build if I want to build something, and gather if I had another tile out here, I could gather, place it on this spot on the adjacent tile, and then I could gather that food. Okay? Now what's cool about this game is that each set of these dice are different for each of the three types of basic actions. So you are more likely to fail when you're building than when you're gathering. When you're gathering, you're most likely to succeed and roll 2 blanks. Okay? With exploring, you're most likely going to roll, you're more likely to roll adventure, because of course you're exploring. And then what happens when you are building is you're most likely to have all the bad things happen to you. So you're most likely to roll a wound, actually have an adventure while you're doing it, and fail. Okay? And you'll see that as we play. Now you can avoid rolling those dice if I, instead of using just one, I use 2 pawns. When I use 2 pawns, that guarantees a success. Great, however, then I can do less things during the day, because I could instead do that. So I could have explored and tried to build in one day. So that's what a lot of this game is going to be about, is deciding what you want to do where. Next, to show you guys, here is one of the player cards. So I'm going to be playing the Missionary and the Carpenter. The Missionary, pretty cool. She has not a lot of health, okay? But if you look at this icon right here, what normally happens whenever you cross over a threshold that has this line, you have to decrease morale, because essentially the person has gotten hurt so much, everybody is feeling a little bit bad about themselves, okay? However, with the Missionary, for whatever reason, when you go past this item or this line, you actually increase morale. I don't know what that really means. We're happy the Missionary got hurt? I don't know. But that's why I like using her, because I like to utilize that. I go past it and then I heal myself, go past it, and I can actually increase morale because of it. So, but normally, it's like this one, you can see it's actually pointing down. So if we get close to losing almost all of our health, when we cross this threshold, we will decrease morale by 1. We also have 4 different special abilities that we can use. However, we can only use them if we have determination tokens. I can read them to you quickly for the Missionary. The first one is the Blessing. So we can discard 2 tokens to stop all food from rotting in the night phase. Awesome. Then we have the One Body. So we can discard 1 determination token to allow any one character to give any number of their own determination tokens to another player. That's great, because normally you can't share determination tokens. Third one, Religious Parable. You can discard 3 determination to discard any card from the threat action field, and that's what this is over here. Okay, and I'll talk about that in a second. Then the last is you can discard 2 determination tokens to stop any character from drawing an adventure card when they roll the question mark on the adventure die. Awesome. Last but not least, we have a specific invention that is specific to this character. The Missionary has the diary. I have it right over here. This diary card, and if she builds this diary card, only she can. If she does, she will get 2 determination tokens, and you get the ability that's on the card itself, which for right here, it's +1 morale during the morale phase. Okay? So that's the Missionary. And we have this little heart. We'll start it here. Now, the Carpenter. Let me grab the Carpenter. Her 4 special abilities, just so you guys can see them in case you don't know them. The first is Economical Construction. Discard 2 determination tokens to spend 1 wood less for any action. Craftsmanship, discard 2 determination tokens to reroll any brown dice. And the brown dice are used for building. A New Idea, discard 3 determination to draw 5 invention cards and choose one of them to place them on there. We probably won't do that because we already have enough inventions. And a handyman. Discard 3 determination to get an additional pawn for a building action you take. So basically, she can discard 3 to guarantee a success for a build. Sweet. And her specific invention is the snare. The snare would allow you to place one of these tokens, it looks like this, onto your tile, the tile that your camp is on, and you get to obtain 1 additional food around. Pretty darn sweet. Okay, so that's the player cards. The other player that we have, so since we're only playing a 2-player game, the other way to make it a little bit easier, and it's kind of the basic way to play the game, is to use a Friday as well. So Friday will have 1 pawn, and Friday will help us out. He only has 3 hearts before he gets killed, and the only thing he can use determination tokens for is re-rolling action dice. And he will take a wound if he rolls the question mark or the wound icon. However, we don't have to worry about him being in a camp, food, he doesn't get affected by weather or anything. So he just kind of helps us out a little bit. And he's got, I kind of like his meeple. There's his little meeple guy, okay? So place that there, place that there. So now, the threat area. What's gonna happen is, at the beginning of each round, we're gonna draw an event card. And that event card, we're going to read it, do whatever it says, and then place it into this threat area. And let me just bring this threat card up so you can see. Oh, whoops. So the first top item, now for this one, since it's a starter one, nothing is going to happen, but usually when we draw an event card, something's going to happen here. It's going to be in this location. Then we're going to have a spot down here for if we want to try and resolve this event. So once this has come up, it'll be placed right here, and then we can place meeples depending on the number that are here. So for this one, we could do 1 meeple, and we would get this effect, which would be get 1 food. We can do two meeples and get 2 food, 1 that is perishable, 1 that's non-perishable, and then you discard the card. However, if the card does not get discarded, and after we have put 2 out here and we're going to place another one, this rightmost one gets discarded, and then this effect happens, which for this card means nothing, so it's not a problem. But on most of them, it's another bad thing. So these threats we have to deal with as well. Let's see, other than that, what we have over in this location is the weather phase and the night phase, and you'll see how those work as we do the playthrough. Last but not least, we have the treasure deck and the trap deck and the monster deck. So there'll be times when we might have to draw from this, and we use it for all these 3 different types of things. And what you do is you basically keep drawing cards until you find the specific one. So just for an example, I'll show you this middle one. So this middle one that says helmet, which, oh man, too bad I'm not getting that. It's a treasure. So if we were supposed to find a trap, we'd keep going until we found a trap. Oh, there's a monster card. Oh, there's a trap, okay? And you'll see how that works as we do the playthrough. And let me just shuffle this up. Okay. Let's see, anything else to tell you about? No, I think that's it. I think we'll just start doing a playthrough, and I'll explain things as we go, and I hope you guys enjoy. Thanks so much for watching. All right, you guys, you ready? There's one thing I did miss, and that is our exploration tokens here. So some of these tiles are going to have this icon on it. It looks like this, and when you see those, we'll be able to grab some of these and place them up here and use them as resources. They'll have all different variety of effects. Maybe give us additional food, maybe increase our weapon. Well, we'll just see it as we play. There's really nothing else we can do about it. So let's get started. So the first thing is we have our event phase. Now in the first round, we don't draw any new ones. We have our event food crates here, so we're all set there. Next one, we look at morale. So our morale is at 0, so whoever our first player is doesn't have to worry about being affected by that. If, let's say, it was at 1 or 2 in the positive direction, they would get 1 or 2 determination tokens. If it was 1 or 2 in the negative direction, then you would lose determination tokens, and any determination tokens you didn't have, you actually would take wounds. Okay? In this game, a lot of times, if you can't do whatever it says, instead of just having nothing happen to you, you take wounds instead. Not fun, makes it hard, and fun. So, morale phase, we're not affected at all, so not a problem. Then we move to the production phase. So this is our location that we're at right now. We're at the beach, and we have, because of this tile, we get 1 food and 1 wood. So we'll grab 1 food and 1 wood, and we will place it directly in our available resources. Okay? Then, after the production phase, we move on to the action phase. And this is where we get to place our meeples, and on top of that, get to use their abilities or activations or whatnot. So, first thing I think I'm going to do, I only have 1 piece of food. I need to at least have 1 piece of food for each character. So 1 for the missionary, 1 for the carpenter. If I don't have enough food, someone has to take 2 wounds during the night phase. So this event card gives food. So I'm going to have Friday go here. And if I place 2, I actually get 2 pieces of food and 1 that's non-perishable. So I might actually place 2 people there. So I'm doing 2 different ponds. Then I think I'm going to do some exploring. So I'll have those 2 do an explore, and I'm going to have the carpenter try and build the shovel. Okay? So now what we do, since we have all of our pawns out, now we resolve them one at a time, starting from left to right. So first we start here, we look at the threat. Threat, we have 2 meeples there, so we get to have 1 non-perishable and 1 perishable piece of food, and we get to discard this. So I don't have anything that differentiates non-perishable, so I'm using the old stuff, which is actually this orange item. So that's what that is. That's food, but it's non-perishable. So great, we've got some food. I put it, now you see it, oh, you can't really see. Okay, let me just move this up a little bit. There we go. You can barely see, but up in that tip-top corner right up there, you see that little line right here, and then I've got the food and the non-perishable food on top. That is because right now that's not an available resource yet, because we are all doing this stuff at the same time, so I can't have someone else use that food that we just collected, because technically we're collecting it all at the same time. So that just denotes, hey, we're gonna get that, but we'll get that at the end of the round. Okay. From there we look at if we do any hunting, no hunting. Next, we go to building. So we have our Miss Carpenter on the shovel. So we're gonna see if she succeeds. We grab our 3 dice, since we are using only 1 meeple to do it, and we roll. Oh, that is an amazing roll. We have a success with no adventure and no wound. So what happens for us is we'll grab this back and we flip that shovel over. Now we have a shovel available to us. Now because we have a shovel available to us, we can look to see if any of these other cards need a shovel. The cellar, my favorite. It makes all food non-perishable. We will be building that next round. That is incredibly helpful. The cellar, let's see, the moat, which gives +2 to our palisade, which we don't even have a palisade yet, but if we do, and the pit, which, by the way, both we will need to build. And that should be, that's it. So now these little black tokens, are black or white, because I have some white ones here, but they show you which items you can actually build. I can't build a cure because we haven't found the planes yet. But, okay, great roll. I am not going to complain about that. All right, from there, gather. Nobody's gathering yet, so we move on to adventuring, or exploring, I should say. So let's first do the missionary. All right, so since we have 1 worker there, we're going to roll the dice. Let's see. Ooh, all right. Well, we at least have a success, so we'll do the success first. So we'll move this meeple back. We will flip this. Oh, and look at this. So we found mountains, which is awesome. There is wood here, and there's a beast. And we also can grab 1 exploration token. And this, what this means is if we end our turn, or the round, in this tile, even if we do not have a shelter, we're covered in this area because there's a shelter, it's like a cave. Okay? So we'll place this here. We'll grab the first exploration token, and let's see what it is. Oh, sweet. That means it is a specific, scenario-specific one, which we'll get into. I'll show you that at the end of the round. I'll place that up there, and we will grab a beast from our beast deck and put it into the hunting deck. So now we can hunt a beast if we want. Oh, I picked up the dice, shouldn't have done that yet. So that was our success. We take a wound, which for the missionary isn't a bad thing yet, which I still think is crazy. But third, we do have to look at one of these adventure cards. All right, and I'm going to try and just show you just the top of this card. Ooh, wild berries. You have eaten some strange berries that you found in the woods. You were so hungry that you ate more than you should have. Put this wound item on your character's belly and shuffle this into the event deck. All right, so my stomach is not feeling good. I'll place that there, and then we grab the event deck, okay, and we're going to shuffle it in. Now, something I have written in my written review, I don't like that these cards have different colored backs because you can see what's coming. It's a bummer. I wish that I could find some sleeves that had a colored back that fit these cards, because these cards are a weird size. But it is what it is. So shuffle that card into the deck. If that comes up, the poor missionary is going to have something happen. I didn't let you see it, so you don't know what's going to happen. We'll see. So that was the missionary. Now we will do the carpenter. So the carpenter, once again, only has one worker there. So let's see. Oh, well, she does the same thing. We've got a success. That's our first thing. So let's see for this tile. Oh, we have found the plains. So we found the plains. There's food and wood here. We get another exploration token. However, do you see this? This means look at the scenario sheet. So when we look at the scenario sheet, it says this is a wasteland. So instead of this actually being the plains, which would have been perfect, what happens is, let me read this to you. This round, during the, oops, sorry, wrong one. Check the terrain type of this island you have just explored. If it's the first type of this explored terrain type, cover it with a token and it is unexplored. So initially, that would have been fantastic because I would have been able to build the cure, because the cure I needed to find the plains. But we technically have not found the plains yet. Bummer. Now we'll take our exploration token. Oh my goodness, how lucky are we? This is another scenario specific, which I will tell you about at the end of this round, which we're almost there. So we now, oh, I gotta do these other things. Wound. The carpenter takes one wound, which is a bit of a bummer. And then the carpenter also has an adventure. Now this one's pretty easy. Lost in the woods. You went so far that you got lost and you're frightened. Discard 2 determination. Well, she doesn't have 2 determination. So instead, she takes 2 wounds. Ow. She's already almost to her first line, so start pushing down the morale. Discard that. Okay. So now we are at the end of the round. So what happens is, of the action, I should say, of the action part of this round, we move all of this down, okay? And I'm going to tell you what these 2 items do. So this one, what it allows us to do is build one item of your choice, rope, pot, or knife, for free and without an action. I'm doing the rope. It's like not even a question. The rope is fantastic. Being able to do the rope will allow the carpenter to build her snare, and with having the rope we can start doing, let's see, the bow. What else needs a rope? And the shield. Oh, nice. Yeah, so that was totally worth it. So this thing gets discarded. We'll place that over here. This one is powder, and it lets us re-roll this red die, which right now we're not having to do, so we'll just hold on to that. So we'll hold on to this, so we'll just place it right here. Oh man, there we go. All right, so now we go to the weather phase. Well, if you look at this the scenario. We don't have to roll any weather dice, so we're okay. Weather's fine, it's the summer. Then we go to the night phase. First in the night phase, we must eat food equal to the amount of players. We've got 2 players. Friday doesn't have to eat, he eats something else. Maybe berries, I don't know. But so we eat those 2 pieces of food. Normally now, we would lose food. However, we're lucky that we have non-perishable food. So that non-perishable food actually stays. Now we can decide if we want to move camp or not. And I think we're going to. We're going to move to this location. No, we're not. Let's see. I think we're going to stay here one more round. It only allows us to explore one more place. We are going to move. We're going to move here, okay? We're moving during the night. Now, unfortunately, we do not have a shelter. So even though we ate food and we moved camp, we don't have a shelter, so we all take 1 wound, except for Friday. Once again, he's not sleeping with us. So that means the carpenter is 1 away from knocking down morale. Okay? There is round 1. So now, moved to round 2. First player goes to the carpenter. So, first we start with drawing an event card. Oh, memories of the cruise. You spent the night talking about your ship and your shipmates and your future here on this dangerous island. So you see this little question mark? We're going to grab this and place it on top of the building action. So now, the next time we do a build, even if we do 2 ponds, so it's guaranteed, we still are going to have an adventure. And unfortunately, if you look at this, we're going to be decreasing morale. So we decrease morale by 1. Oh, that's a bummer. Because, oh, and last thing, we can now, in the threat area, place two meeples there, and we can discard this card, get 2 determination tokens, and actually bump up morale, which we just might have to do here. Because what's going to happen is now we go to the morale phase. The morale phase is at -1, and the carpenter doesn't have any determination tokens, so she takes 1 wound, which knocks her past that arrow, and so now we actually are now at -2 for morale, which is really not good. Oh, okay. But the one good thing is we did not have our production affected with, so at the production phase, we still get 1 food and 1 wood based on where we are, and that's immediately available resources. Pop both of those there. So we have 2 food and 2 wood. All right, so next we get to decide what we want to do. We're going to have to do this. This chanty, we're just going to have to do, because we need to bump up morale. And I think I'm actually going to also have the carpenter, I don't really want her to heal, because if she heals now, she's going to go right below that arrow, and if she gets hurt, it's just going to go right back up. So I'm going to take a chance, because she's going to get determination tokens from that threat. I'm going to hope she can actually complete this snare. What's great about the snare is it's going to, first of all, give her 2 determination tokens, but it also means that we're going to produce 2 food around, which would be fantastic. The other thing we're going to do, so the missionary now has 2. We're going to have the missionary explore here, and we're going to have the missionary, that's right, we're going to have the missionary build the shelter. So we're going to put her here. She's going to use these 2 pieces of wood. She's trying to build the shelter. Once we have a shelter, we don't have to worry about taking a wound at night for sleeping outside in the sun, or the stars. Not the sun, the stars. All right, all of our meeples are out, so we first start with Memoirs of the Cruise. Let's see. So we get 2 determination tokens, and I'll give both to the carpenter. And then we get to increase morale by 1, and then this is discarded. No one's hunting. We do have a building action, and we are the first person that does this is guaranteed to have an adventure. So because the missionary is doing great on health, I'm going to have the missionary go first. Come on, success. Okay, well, That is a real bummer. She failed. So because she failed, she gets 2 determination tokens, which is good. However, we don't have a shelter. She also gets a wound because of this die, and doesn't matter, she would have to have an adventure, but she did roll the adventure die as well. And let's see what's her adventure. Oh, there's a predator in the camp. A predator visits your camp and attacks you. Fight a beast of level 4. Oh, okay. Well, first thing we're going to do is we're going to immediately use our empty bottle. Okay, so we had our empty bottle that gave us 1 attack. We're using both of those, so it actually gives us 2 attack at least. So we'll move this up to 2. However, that beast was a level 4. Our weapon is only level 2, so we're going to take 2 wounds. Well, the missionary goes up to 2. However, because of that, she's going to bump morale up to 0. Yes! Now, this predator in the camp also says shuffle into the event deck, regardless of your weapon level. So, we're shuffling that in. Now, man, this is a bummer because we did not make our shelter. So we're going to be sleeping out in the cold another night. Okay. So what happens is we at least didn't use this wood. This wood will stay. We'll bring this back. Now we will do the carpenter trying to do at least the snare. Get some more food. Let's see. Oh, that's not bad. She gets a success. So first thing that happens with a success, we get 2 determination tokens because that was her specific idea, which is awesome. Second, she does get a wound, so we'll move this up. Third, she does not have an adventure, and we get to put a snare token on our home base. So now we'll get 2 pieces of food, which is awesome. And she has 4 determination tokens. That ain't bad either. All right, so no one's gathering, and the missionary is exploring. Let's see what she's doing. Okay, she didn't get wounded, and she succeeded. So, first, our success is, the hills, which has both food and wood. However, we have this same icon here, so that means that it's not going to be explored, which is annoying. So we'll place this here. We'll put a black token on here to remind us of that. We get 1 exploration token. Ooh, it's a treasure. We'll see how that works. And then we do have a question mark. So, we have a storm is fast approaching on the island. Shuffle into the event deck. Dun dun dun. Let's see what happens. So as you see, this game is a bit brutal. It's just we're gonna keep having more and more events happen to us, and we're just gonna try and survive as much as we can. Nothing else we can do about it. Okay. So we just did the exploration. We got all that taken care of. 2, 2, 1. So we have done all of the action phase. So next, this token becomes available to us, which is great. And what we're going to do is actually activate it right now. We're going to discard it, and we're going to look for a treasure. That's a monster. That's a treasure. Ooh, bottle of wine. Oh, nice. Keep this card. You can use it once to heal 2. Discard after use. Oh, nice. So we'll place that here. This card will just get put on the bottom. So we have a way of healing for 2, which is awesome. Okay, weather phase, nothing happens. Still balmy. We get to the 3rd round, we start rolling the weather die, which is going to be a problem because we don't even have a shelter. Night phase, I might do something that may or may not be advisable, but I'm going to do it anyways. At night phase, we are going to move to the mountains. Okay. We bring our snare with us, but because of that, we're not going to take a wound because we are now covered by the shelter, just the cave itself. However, we still have to eat 2 food, so we eat our food that's here. And we end our round. So now we're done with round 2. So we move to round 3. Now we're going to start rolling this die right here. We'll start rolling that during the weather section. And at least we have a makeshift shelter here. We'll see if what I want to do. But we'll start with, first player token comes back over here to the missionary. So the missionary is first player. So first thing, storm on the horizon. So now we read this second section. The storm is here. The night will be very difficult. Put the stormy icon in the weather space and draw another card. So this storm is not good. If we don't have our palisade up, which we don't, we both take a wound because of that storm. And unfortunately we have to draw another card because of how these event cards work. So we'll draw another one. Oh, we have another bad one. Oh, what comes around goes around. In the morning you find the dead body of a predator that previously attacked you. Oh, get 2 food and a fur. Oh, that's actually nice. So we get 2 food and 1 fur. Oh, that was a really nice change of luck. So we'll place those right here. These are fur tokens. And remember, we can use fur to build the shelter. It only takes 1 fur or 2 wood, which is nice. Okay, but we still have to draw another event card. All right, awful weather. You wake up wet and cold. It'll be a long and difficult day. Put the weather token on the weather space. Remember when I said it was being good? Yeah. Okay, well, you'll get to see how weather works, which is going to be interesting. So we have a weather, that's guaranteeing 1 cloud, okay? And I'll explain how that works when we get to the weather spot. We also have this green question mark. So we have to place this right here. And then we place this right in the threat area. Now, what we can do for the windscreen is we can use 1 piece of wood and 1 person there, and we can actually discard this and get 1 determination token. Otherwise, if we let this push all the way through, we'll actually put a snow icon token into the weather space. So right now we're going to have a storm which will hit our palisade, which we don't have, and we will have a cloud for rain, and we don't even have a roof. This is going to be interesting. So morale phase is next. It's at 0, so the missionary does not get affected there. Then we go to production phase. We get 1 piece of wood, and because we have that snare, we get 1 piece of food, which is great. So we're actually going to have enough food and enough wood to help us out. And let's see, we're going to do something kind of interesting here. So now we go to action, so we can start placing our people and determining what we want to do. So the carpenter is close to getting hurt here, or going by another morale ding, so she could heal. But instead, we've got that bottle of wine. We can use the bottle of wine to heal. So I think what we're going to do first is we're going to have her come over here, and she's going to spend 3 determination tokens, because she's got 4. She's going to use 3 of them to get a second pawn to guarantee a build for the roof. Okay, the roof is going to take 1 fur. That's going to put the roof at a level 1. Then she's going to use this one and put it in the cleaning up camp, which will get her 2 more determination tokens and increase morale by 1. I think that's what I'm going to do with the carpenter. For the missionary is going to do 1 more explore, because that will be incredibly awesome. And she is going to do, for the second item, try and build the palisade, so using 2 wood. Now I'm doing the palisade purely because I don't want us to take as many wounds. But we really need to start paying attention to these items that we need to build. However, the problem is we need to do more exploring, because we can't do 90% of these without, What am I thinking? Don't do that. Let's do the moat. The moat only takes one piece of wood and it'll give us a +2 palisade. Heck yeah, that's way better. Oh, and then that cellar is gonna save our food. So then what we're gonna do with Friday, we're actually gonna have Friday build the cellar. Well, let's see if we can. All right, a lot of build actions. We're actually not even taking care of the threats this time. So let's see what happens. First, threats, nothing. No one's hunting. Tons of people are building. So let's first do the guarantee. The guarantee is right here by the carpenter. So we have a level 1 roof, which will help us with this token here, which I'll show you how that works when we get to the weather spot. So that is 1. We now can roll for these 2. So let's do the missionary first. All right, baby needs some lucky shoes here, you guys. Blow. Okay, we have a success. So she's succeeded at increasing the palisade by 2, which is awesome. We lose this piece of wood, but we have a moat, which I'm just picturing what a moat would look like by a cave. That probably looks pretty hilarious. But we have a moat. We've increased the palisade. That's great. She did take a wound, so we'll move up by 1 on her track there. We now have the cellar. Okay, come on, Friday. We need some lucky rolls here. Oh, all right. He failed. He gets 2 determination tokens. And his question mark, he doesn't actually have to draw an adventure. He just takes 1 wound. So that's all he did. So basically he didn't do anything. That's a bummer. Then we have gather. Nobody gathers. Last but not least, we have, well, last main action. We've got exploration by the missionary. Oh, we have a success. So let's see. Oh, we found the mountains again. Now here's that icon. So we would say that it's not explored. However, we've already explored the mountains on the item on the tile that we're on, so we don't have to worry about that. It's another one that has a cave. Only has food. We will find another beast, and we will get another exploration token. Grab her off, place that there. Our exploration token is, oh, if we have the pot, we would get 2 hearts. Nice. We don't have the pot, so. And we will grab 1 more beast, put it in here, and then we have to have an adventure. As they say in The Hobbit, we're going on an adventure. Uh-oh, tiger. Oh, God. Oh, we're just having fun. Okay. You find a tiger and hide. If you go back to camp now, it'll track you. Discard this card and execute the night phase outside the camp, or shuffle into the deck. I'm shuffling into the deck. I really don't want to be outside the camp because I wouldn't get any food. So, because I didn't gather any food, so I take 2 wounds for that, and I take 1 wound for sleeping outside. So, nope, not going to happen. We'll just deal with the tiger when he comes up again. All right, took care of that exploration. Then after that exploration, 1, 2, 3, we have the carpenter over here. So the carpenter will be able to get 2 determination tokens, and because we're playing a 2-player game, we get both of these effects, 2 determination tokens and increase morale by 1. Because essentially she spent half her day just cleaning up the camp. They're feeling good, it's feeling clean, looking nice. I'm kind of jealous. No. All right, 2 determination tokens and increase morale. Oh yeah, by 1. All right, all 5 pawns have been used. So this becomes available to us, which is great. We go to the weather phase. So first thing that happens, we have a storm. Ugh. Hits our palisade by 1. However, we had a palisade, so we're okay. That was somewhat lucky. However, we're going to be unlucky here. We have to roll this die. Okay, so how this works, all right, is for every cloud there is on the board, we have to compare our roof to the level of the amount of clouds that we have. So right now we're guaranteed 1 cloud because of that token. If we had that 1 cloud and our roof is at a level 1, which is what we have it at, what happens is we would have no effect because essentially our roof covered us enough so the rain didn't hit us. However, for every cloud that goes over our roof level, we lose 1 food and 1 wood to stay warm. If we roll a cloud that has a snow icon, we automatically lose 1 wood for every snow icon. Then, because essentially you need to stay warm, okay? Then you count up all the clouds and you do the same thing where you compare the clouds to the roof level. So if that roof level is at 1 and I roll 3 clouds, we will lose 2 food and 2 wood. I only have 3 food and 2 wood available. So once again, you do that whenever you can't take away something and you're supposed to, you take wounds. So we'll see what happens here. Come on, hoping that we just have 1. If we just have 1 rain cloud here, we will be okay. We'll lose 1 food and 1 wood, but we'll have 2 food left. No, of course. I didn't do that. That would have made it too nice. I rolled 2 clouds. So you can see it right here. 2 clouds. Okay, so we add the 2 clouds plus the one that's already there from the rainy day. We have 3 clouds compared to our 1 level roof. We lose 2 pieces of food and 2 wood to stay warm. The wood, it's a bummer, but it's not the end of the world. The 2 food, ouch. That means someone's gonna take 2 wounds. Now, what I'm going to do to make this not as bad is I'm actually gonna discard my bottle of wine, okay? I'm gonna use it up now. Since I used that up, I'm actually healing the missionary by 2. The missionary is not gonna eat. The carpenter is gonna eat. Nom, 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 nom. I'm okay. The missionary is not gonna take 2 wounds. Guess what? Went back over that morale icon. And we go up to level 2. I love it. It's so helpful. It's totally probably cheating somehow, but I love it. Okay, so that was the weather phase. Now I can take this blasted token off. Awesome. Now we go to the night. Oh, I just did the night phase. That was the eating food. We didn't eat enough. So now we move on to the next round, round 4. Now, if you guys notice, I only have 1 item built out of the 9 that I need. I need to explore more so I can get out there more. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be coming over here and trying to explore. I should have done this, and let's pretend I did this. No, because I know I'm going to stay here because I get wood, potentially. I didn't tell you how I win this. I told you that I needed to make the 9 items, but I also need to have a level 1 roof, a level 1 palisade, and a level 1 weapon. Once I get all of those things plus the 9 items built, I win the game, okay? All right, round 4. First thing we're gonna do, have an event. Good luck. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. You have a feeling that something good awaits you. See that gray thing? We'll put a gray action or that gray token on the searching or the adventure deck for gathering. Take those weird icons and without looking at them, randomly place them face down on 3 island tile spaces adjacent to the tile with the camp. And what will happen is if we do something in that location, we will have to flip it over and have its effect happen. Now this card actually comes from the expansion, but they say you can put it in here. So you may not see this card, but these are kind of cool. So this is what they look like. So I'm gonna shuffle these up and they're face down. I'm gonna put it on 3 adjacent spots, okay, like so. And if I do anything on those tiles, I have to flip them over and resolve them. Okay, now we do the morale phase. Oh, I should have moved this over. So the carpenter is player 1. Morale phase, we get 2 determination tokens. We're feeling good. You know, doesn't matter that the missionary didn't eat last night. It's okay. We're still doing all right. So the carpenter's got 2 determination tokens. Next we have, oh, and I forgot to put, let me grab this, place it there. There we go. Next we move from the morale phase to the production phase. So we get 1 piece of food and 1 piece of wood. Let's put those there. Awesome. Okay. Now we get to decide what we want to do. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to have Mr. Friday take care of this good luck item, because what he can do is research what those 3 tokens are, flip over 2 of them so we can see them, and that's it. But at least it stops this awful weather from putting a snow thing on the space here. So that is what I'm going to do with Friday. I'm putting Friday there so that he doesn't have to worry about getting any more wounds. He already has 1 wound. He can only take a total of 3 before he dies. I'm going to have the carpenter come to the cellar and discard her 3 determination tokens again so that she can have a guaranteed success. That cellar is just too nice not to do. Then I'm going to have the carpenter, let's see, we just need to do a bunch of exploring. We also need food. We need at least 1 more piece of food. I'm going to have the carpenter do a gather action. You guys can see a gather action. And I'm going to have the missionary do 2 single explorers. All right, so I believe we have all of our workers out. So let's start. First, Mr. Friday. He gets to research, and we get to flip over 2 of these. So let's see, this one. Oh, that's a treasure one. And so that is the monster one. So this most likely is not a good one. It could be a treasure one, but that means if we do something over here, we also get to draw treasure. Cool. That was a threat. Nobody has gone hunting. I need to do that soon so I can show you guys that too. Sorry. Building. What we have is a guaranteed build for the cellar. So now, normally, during the night phase, we would lose all of our food that is perishable. But because we have the cellar, all food, even non-perishable, will not be destroyed overnight. So I'm not going to change the type of token I'm using for it. Just know that I'm not going to be discarding food. Great, love it. That was our build. We do have a gather now. So let's do this gather action for the carpenter. Wow. Okay, well, if you look at this die, you have a 1/6 chance of getting injured. And yet, I rolled it. Oh, okay, so first, a success. We get 1 piece of food. Woo! We'll put that up here. Next, we have an adventure. And our adventure is end of source. This is the most common one in the gather. Cover the source you are gathering with a black icon. It is now exhausted. We basically got the last piece of food there. It's not the end of the world. There's food in other areas. But I'll cover that up. And then we do get a wound, which means we're 1 away from knocking down morale again. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. Gosh, that was a bad roll. Okay. At least it was a success. Then we have 2 adventures. So let's start. Come on, missionary. Let's see what you can do. Okay, we have a success. Now, let me see. I'm actually going to discard my 2 determination tokens so that I don't have to worry about this question mark I rolled. Sweet. So we just have a success. And we'll say it was this one first. And we've got, oh yes, finally, the plains. And we get 3 exploration tokens. And we found a beast. And there's more food. So now the plains are no longer unexplored. We get 1, 2, 3 of these. Oh yeah, this is awesome. 2 food. 2 food. And an extra person to use for a build action. This is starting to look good. Okay, and we get a beast. So I'll grab a beast. We've got a lot of beasts going here. Now we could build the bed. we can build the cure, which we're going to have to do because somebody ate too many berries or something like that. And I think that's the only two. We still need to find the hills, the river. Oh, and I should have this. Oh, why did I not do this already? The knife and the fire we could already build because we found the mountains. There we go. That looks good. Okay, so that was our first exploration. Come on, let's have the second one be just as lucky, right? Let's see. Not so much. We have a success, so let's start with that. What did we find? Oh, we found more mountains. And technically be unexplored, but we've already found one, so take that. We don't have to worry about that. We do get another one of these. Oh, it increases morale. That is awesome. That's a great one. And that's it for that. We do take a wound, and we do an adventure. Ruined hut. You come across an old ruined hut in the bushes. Decide. Discard this item or build one item. Knife, rope, shovel, or cure. For free. And without an action, and shovel this into the adventure deck. I'm shoveling this into the adventure deck. I'm building the cure. I don't have to worry about it then later. I mean, why would you not do that? Yeah, it means that there's a potential that something bad's going to happen, but I still think it's worth it. We'll see if that was a smart idea or not. Okay. There we go. That was that, and I think I already took the wound. If I didn't, sorry. I'm pretty sure I did. I did that at the beginning. So that is the end of the exploration. 2, 2, 1. Perfect. So now all the items in here get pushed down, and we can instantly, we use the 2 perishable food ones. So we have found 4 pieces of food, but we have a cellar, so none of it spoils overnight, which is awesome. So normally, if you got both of those, these would immediately come out and you would lose them at the end of the round if you didn't eat them. We have our extra determination, or morale increase, and we're going to use that. So we're going up to level 3. You can now either heal yourself by 1 or get 2 determination tokens. And we have this additional builder that we can use at any point. Sweet. All right, so now we go to the weather phase. Weather phase, we are rolling this die. Come on. Yes. One cloud. Our roof is at level 1. We are A-okay. Night phase, we eat 2 pieces of food. The rest stays there. Yes. And we move on to the next round. So, what happens in the next round? Player token for player 1 moves over to the missionary. We'll start with our event. Oh, exhausted. You have to move to a different location. Choose one of the sources on the tile with a camp and cover it using this to mark it as exhausted. Oh, that's a bummer. And we have to put one of these tokens on here, and it's on the gather again. Prepare to move. We have to have the shovel built. We can put a single meeple there. We can discard this card and get a determination. Unfortunately, we no longer get any wood for our resource. So we will, during production, just get 2 pieces of, or no, 1 piece of food, because we're still not at a great location. We really need to build a shelter, but I'm just, anyways, bummer. Okay. Our weapon level is only a level 2. I want to hunt for multiple reasons. 1, I want to show you guys how hunting works. But 2, oh, and that was round 4, right? We gotta be in round 5. We're gonna start rolling the white die. So we've got to, oh man. Oh, and I still haven't even, wow, okay. I just did the event phase. Sorry, sometimes I get ahead of myself. Event phase. Next is the morale phase. I can take 2 determination tokens or heal by 1. I'm gonna heal by 1 for the missionary. Then we move from the morale phase to the production phase. I already did that. I jumped ahead of myself. We got that one piece of food. Now we're in the action phase. So we need to build a stronger roof. So what we're going to do is we're going to pay 2 determination tokens to build a roof at 1 level, 1 less wood. So we can use the 1 wood because our carpenter is using 2 determination. She can make something out of nothing. So that's all she's going to do. But that's going to guarantee we have a stronger roof, which is going to be really important. Our missionary is going to, let's see, Friday is going to go here just to get rid of that. Our missionary is not in a good spot. I can't explore anymore, which I should have paid attention to. Let's see, what can I do to build? I need wood and I need a knife. I could build the knife to increase that. I think I'm going to have her do a knife build. That'll increase our weapon, as well as it'll allow us to make our bow that we have to make. And then I'm going to actually have her gather more food. I don't really want to gather more food, but I think I am, because I want to get that treasure. Or I could have her heal another one. She literally can't do anything else really helpful, because we can't use wood. We can't. So technically we could explore. If we used 2 ponds, we could explore here and place 2 ponds there. Then what we would have to do is we would still have to roll dice, even though we use 2 people. But I think I'm just going to gather some food here so I can get my treasure. All right, first thing, Friday. He prepares for the move. Discard this card and get a determination token. Cool. He's got 3. Nice. No hunting. We have 1 build. 1 build is going to guarantee here for the carpenter, because she used both of her people to do that. Then we have the missionary trying to make that knife. Come on. Get us to a level 3. That is the best roll. A success with 2 blanks. Shooting blanks. Like it. Move up our weapon to level 3. Gosh, that was nice. Nice little bit of luck there. And that means we can maybe go hunting next round. It will still be a little bit risky, but all right. Then we'll have the missionary do her gather action for food, which we don't really need, but then I can get that treasure token. Perfect. Success. Don't have any wounds. I do have to have an adventure just because of this card, or of this token here. So our adventure is Unexpected Troubles. You went to bring some resources, but also brought something else. Bad news. Cover the train type. On the tile you were gathering treat this train type as unexplored. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, because that is the mountains. So no longer are mountains considered to be explored. Okay. I don't know how many more mountain tiles there are. We'll see if that's going to be an issue. Now I get a piece of food, and I get to draw another treasure. Come on, it better be good. It better be worth it. Backpack. Oh, sorry, I just hit this. So our backpack says, you will find an old backpack filled with hope, and you look inside. Unfortunately, it is empty. Keep this card. Starting next round, when a player takes an exploration action, he additionally draws 2 of those exploration tokens, chooses 1, and discards the other. Because he can take it home with him. Cool. Well, we'll place that here. I mean, that's not terrible. It's not great. I hoped for something better than that, than a backpack. But it is what it is. All right, we've got our 2, our 1. We have done all of our exploring, everything, we're good. Next we go to the weather phase. We are now going to roll this white die. This white die is worse. Oh, we have this food available to us. Now here's the problem. If we roll some snow, we have to lose wood. We don't have any wood. So with no wood, we take wounds. So let's see what happens. Oh, perfect. We roll 2 rain clouds. We're good. We've got a roof at a level 2, so no problem. Night phase, we eat 2 pieces of food. Now, we're getting close to when the Robinson family starts having kids. We got one more round with no kids, but then we start having kids. We'll see how this goes. All right. Now, first player token goes over to the carpenter, and we draw our top card, and it is, oh no, bad dreams. All night long you had nightmares about the dead resident of that ruined hut. So we lower our morale by 1, and we have to draw another card. Not terrible, but not great. And we see mist. Go outside to the camp and start to pray. Put -1 token on the exploration action. So now if we want to explore, we have to use 2 people to do just a regular explore, and we have to roll the dice even with 2 people. I've got one of those here. There it is. That's on the exploration. And this has a book. That's our first book that we've seen. Our production value is halved in this phase. So normally we would get 1 piece of food. Now we're going to get 0. However, I was going to do something, and I apologize I didn't do it. Let's pretend I was smart, and I would have gone and moved to this. No, because it didn't have a shelter. That's why I didn't do that. Oh yeah, I was going to move to this one. So we would have gotten 2 pieces of food. This time we'd only get 1. Technically, I should have done that the night phase. I apologize. But that's what I was planning on doing, so I could do more exploring. However, now the explore action is going to be harder. Okay. So after that, then we have the morale phase. We still are getting morale, or getting determination. So our carpenter gets 2 determination tokens. Yes. All right. Then we have the production. I already got that piece of food. We already took care of that. So now it's action. Action phase. We're going to do it. We're going to go hunting. We're going to do our first hunting action. So we're going to take these 2 to hunt. Put her here to heal. She's probably going to need to heal after that. We're going to have the carpenter take care of this. And where am I going to get some wood? I really need to get some wood. That's part of the problem that we're having. Now see, with this hunting, we have to place 2 workers there. We can't do just 1. So I actually did, 1 is Friday. Friday is supporting the missionary to do the hunting action. You can do that. You just have to determine before you fight who's the main person. The main person is the one who's going to take the wounds. Okay, so with, oh man, let's see. How do I want to do this? I'm going to have, we have to lose this because we cannot build the fire since now no longer is the mountains considered explored, which is crazy to me. That's just crazy. That's crazy talk. Maybe I should just gather. I'm going to have her gather a piece of wood. We just need some pieces of wood badly. All right. We start with the threat. We get to discard this and get 1 determination token because essentially we searched for the old trail, so we got through the mist. Great. Hunting. All right, here's our first hunting. So what we do is we flip over the hunting card, and we have an iguana. Dun, dun, dun. Iguana has a level 4, and unfortunately we're at a level 3, so we're going to take 1 wound. Our weapon gets decreased by 1. We do get 3 pieces of food and 1 fur. Regardless of your attack, you get an additional wound. So we actually get 2 wounds from this iguana. Who would have thought an iguana, really? So the missionary takes 2 wounds. Our weapon level decreases by 1. So now we're back to a level 2. However, we do get 3 pieces of food, so we're not going to need food for a while. 1, 2. 2, 3. And the best part, 1 fur. Fur is going to help us. We can make certain things with that, like the diary. Or maybe, maybe the sack. Probably should do the thing that we need to do for this game. Alright. I like the diary because it gives you more morale, or more determination tokens, but we're running out of time here. So, this beast ends no more. We've just done our hunting. So you can see how the hunting works. It's kind of simple. I don't really like the mechanic that much. I wish it was a little more to it. But yeah, you can read about it if you want in my review. Build. No one's building. Wow, it's the first time. Gather. We have our carpenter's gathering. Some wood. And has a success. So we'll place some wood over up here. However, we do have an adventure. Don't be bad. Pirate's chest. Well, that might not be bad. After a windy night, you find a new path on the island. It leads you to a pirate's hideout. Discard this card or draw 2 mystery cards. Only resolve treasures and shuffle this into the event deck. Oh, I'm getting the I'm getting the treasures. Those things can be so helpful. Ooh, cave with furs. The walls are covered with wolf and bear furs. You take the furs into your camp. We just got 2 furs. See what I mean? Awesome. Oh yeah, this is what we need. Okay, so that's our first treasure icon. 2 more pieces of fur. Now we get to find another one. Let's see, this card. Ropes. Rope. You can use them to reinforce your shelter. +1 palisade or roof. Roof, please. Yeah. Roof is at a level 3 now. Yeah. Oh, that's great. Okay. That was, in my opinion, worth it. We'll see if that's true or not, but unfortunately we do have to shuffle this into our deck, and I'm not going to let you read what that bad luck thing says, but we'll shuffle it in. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. That was this gal. So now we have, and I've got dice all over, sorry you guys. What we have left is the missionary, heals by 1. Whoop, there we go. And now we have ended the action phase. Now we're going to go to the weather phase. First, move all of this up. We have tons of food, some wood, and 3 fur. We have to roll this white die. Ooh, 1 snow cloud. So we automatically lose 1 piece of wood. Well, glad we found that piece of wood, right? Okay, so that piece of wood is gone. However, there was only 1 cloud there. Our roof is at a level 3, so we have no issue there. So in the night phase, I, the missionary, and I, the carpenter, are quite hungry. So we each eat 1 piece of food. And we are set to go. We are now on round 7. We are over halfway. If you are still watching this, I am impressed. Now, in round 7, we are going to roll 3 dice. No, 2 dice, sorry. These 2, and we'll see what they do as we, but we'll use those during the weather phase. All right. First player goes back over to the missionary. We now have our event. Disaster. The wind blows with fury. Your camp is torn to pieces. We either lose 1 roof or 1 palisade. Well, I guess we earned that roof too quickly, didn't we? We'll put it back down to 2. And we have to put this right back on here. Then, what we can do, we can mend it, discard, or we use a worker and a piece of wood, and we can increase the roof or the palisade. So we'll see. That's probably what we're going to have to do. We do now go to the morale phase. In the morale phase, I'm going to have the missionary heal by 1 again. I'm trying to get her back below that line. Be awesome. Plus, she just gets hurt. When she gets hurt, she just can fly right up that board. Oh no, she can't do that because I'm at the only 2 determination, not the 2 determination or health. So she gets 2 determination tokens. So she's back to here. It's the other thing I don't like. Ugh, there we go. It's so easy to bump that, and then I don't actually know what my health is. 2 2 determination tokens. Production phase, we will get 2 pieces of food, no wood. Oh man. We really need to do some exploring. We really need to do some exploring. At least we have fur. This fur can help us a bit. So now we can do some actions here. I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use this token for an additional build guy, which we'll use here, and we're going to build our shelter, and we're going to guarantee it. So I can get off of these areas that have shelter but only have 1 item. Now, 1 item for being able to produce. Now here's the thing. If I build a shelter and then move, I lose half. Rounded down, I lose half of what's here. So my roof will go down to a 1. My palisade will actually stay at a 1. So since I'm thinking of potentially moving, I'm not going to do anything else to affect the roof or the palisade. However, yeah, I'm not. Oh, that's a bummer though, because I have these threat cards here. I think, oh, I have to use 3 determination tokens to decrease that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have her do this so she gets a 3rd determination token. And then we're going to use both of these 2 to do some more exploring. And I have to use 2 because of this token. All right, so no effect, and we're not doing anything for the threat. Oh wait, what am I saying? I got another one, another carpenter. She is going to build something. We need to build something. So in order, we need a piece of wood. We don't have sack, furnace we can't do. I think what she's going to do is a sack. She's going to build a sack. And we're using this token. Okay, awesome. All right, so no threat. No hunting, building. We've got a guaranteed build, so I can finally flip this over to the shelter side. So we now have an actual shelter. Yay! Then from there we have the carpenter trying to build the sack. The sack will allow us to, when we do our gather, with the first time you do a gather action, you actually can bring 2 of that resource home. Your sack can hold enough. Let's see. We have a success. That is good. Okay, first success. Awesome. We'll put that back here. Sack will flip over. If we were gathering, like I said before, if we were gathering this turn, we would not get that benefit this turn. It would have to be the next round. No one's gathering, so technically they tell you to put them up here. Not going to waste time doing that. However, she does have the question mark for build. Let's see, howling in the bushes. While working, you hear some scary howling coming from the bushes. After a while, the predator goes away. Shuffle into the deck. Looks like we might be having some predators come. Oh man, this is gonna be interesting. All right, and she takes a wound. And unfortunately, when she takes that wound, we decrease morale by 1. She goes past another line. That's a bummer. But we have built another thing we needed to build. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more that we need to build. We have a lot of building to do. All right, no one's gathering. We do have our adventure. And we still have to roll the dice. Let's see, or I would say adventure, exploring. It's kind of the same thing. And we failed. We failed at exploring. We got hurt. And, by the way, you can only fail on 1/6 of the time. Wow, that's a bummer. So I get 2 determination tokens. She gets wounded, and we have an explore. Swamp. The area you were exploring is barely accessible. Put a -1 on the tile you were exploring. If it wasn't explored, at least put it there. Well, we're not going to explore that spot again. That's for darn sure, because we'll have to take another token to go there, or another worker. Golly. and we took a wound, but we got 2 determination tokens. Come on, think of the positive side. All right. Then we have this. This actually is a good time. We get 2 more determination tokens for the missionary and increases morale by 1. Cleaning up the camp. Then what she's going to do is she's going to discard 3 of these determinations to discard this threat card. Discard any threat card in the action field. See ya. That way we don't have anything bad happen next round. All right, so now we go to the weather phase. Now the weather phase, we're supposed to roll both of these. However, I have this powder. So this powder could potentially allow us to re-roll this die, red die, once if we want. Let's see, what do we get? All right, we get 1 rain cloud. Our roof is level 2. We're good. We get this. This breaks our palisade by 1 level. That's okay. I'm going to keep that. There's worse things that could happen. So right now we don't have a palisade, which we're going to have to take care of because remember, we need to have that at least at a level 1 for us to finish this game and win. That was the weather phase. Night phase, eat 2 pieces of food. However, I should have told you guys, we had a baby in round 7. Congratulations. Why, thank you. So we have to eat an additional piece of food. So actually now every round we're going to eat 3 pieces of food. So there's our 3. Now, just so you know, we do have 2 scenario specific items we could build. I have to remember we're going to be in round 8. Round 8. I want to show you these. We could build the fence, which just gives +1 palisade, or the garden, which takes 2 food, and the shovel, but then you get 4 food. Okay, so I might be doing that. And this is also another thing I mentioned is I don't like that those are down there. I forget about them. Like I should have showed you that before, but I just didn't remember because they're way down there. All right, round 8. Now the carpenter is first player. We'll draw an event to start up with. Dangerous night. Now the book means, remember what the book means. We lose half of our production rounded down. So we're only gonna get 1 piece of food this round. You hear noises in the bushes near your camp. A predator is preparing to attack you soon. Take 1 beast card from the beast deck and put it on top of the event deck. It stays on top until the beginning of the next round when you will fight the beast before you draw an event card. Oh, I haven't seen that one before. So we'll take 1 here. We're placing that on top. Ooh, that's annoying. This gets pushed. After the exploration, then we go to morale. Morale, we can get 2 determination tokens, so that's what the carpenter's going to get. She's got bunches now. This is good. She can do a ton of building. That's awesome. Then from there we have our production. It's halved, so we get 1 piece of food. So we're still doing great on food though, which is wonderful. Then from there, action phase. Let's get going. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the missionary just do a bunch of exploring. Oh, if she took 2 wounds. Okay, I'm going to have the missionary do 1 explore, 1 heal. I'm going to have Friday explore. I'm going to have the carpenter do some building here. Let's see. What can she build? What can she build? We don't have wood. She can't build the map. Oh, she really can't build anything. Because we don't have any wood, because we're not gathering any wood. Okay, so we have a gather action that will, because we've got the sack, we can actually gather 2 at 1 time. So we're here, we can go adjacent to this location. Oh, you know what? Let's do this one in case she's going to have to draw this. So we're going to go over there. She can bring home 2 pieces of wood then. Then I think she's going to use, she can go here and use 1 fur to fix the palisade. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Now, don't forget we have this backpack, but we didn't succeed last time, but actually I think we could have, starting next round, when a player takes an exploration, he additionally draws 2. Okay, so let's do that. I should have drawn 2 of these and picked one of them. Let's look at them. Oh, let's pick the Palisade one. So we would have used that last round, and that would mean our Palisade is at a level 1, which means I'm going to change what I'm going to do here with our Carpenter. Instead, oh man, I just wish she could explore. I'm just having so many problems exploring. I could guarantee an Explore. With the Missionary, I think I'm going to guarantee an Explore. I think that's better. Or, yeah, let's do that. Okay. Oh darn, I got to take care of one of these. Oh, never mind. We're at least a level 2, so that's good. So let's do this. Okay. First, we take care of our threat. Our threat is building protection. Take the beast card from the event deck, shuffle it into the hunting deck, and discard this card. Awesome, that means we don't have to fight this. That's what I wanted to do. That was totally the smartest idea. I was going to do that all along. I was just stringing you guys along. No building, which is terrible. I really need to be building. I only have 4 more rounds, but it is what it is. I need wood. Gathering. All right, let's see what our Carpenter can do. And our Carpenter succeeds. She does get 2 pieces of wood. Awesome. Once again, we have that sack. That's why she gets 2. Then she does take a wound. Ouch, that's terrible. And she does have to draw a question mark, so an adventure card. Mushrooms. You have found some mushrooms on your way back to camp. Decide, discard this card or get 1 per player and shuffle it into the deck. Nope, I don't even want it. We're doing great on food. Those mushrooms don't look good. All right, now we're going to explore. First thing we're going to do is we're going to use Friday. We're going to have Friday explore. And he takes 2 wounds. Oh, so he's 1 away from dying. But he succeeds. That's what I wanted to see. And he finds, oh my gosh, he finds the river, but look at that. That is there, so we treat that as unexplored. Golly, this is annoying. So this will be a good spot, though, to put our shelter if we want. So that's not even considered explored. We get 1 of these. Oh, we get wood. That's awesome. And he doesn't have the backpack. The missionary has the backpack. So that's it. He's 1 away from dying. He'll probably have to sleep next round. Now, we're going to do the same thing for the missionary. And I'm not going to take that roll. That was a wound. We don't want that. Let's see. Ooh, okay, not terrible. She has a success. So let's see, where does she go? Oh, she found the hills. She found the hills, which is great. Wasteland. Oh, what does it say? Check this terrain type. If this is the first time you've explored. No, it's the second time. We have explored this type the second time, so we finally have found the hills. And we get 2 more of these. Oh, sweet. So we have something that can help us get rid of the rain, as well as we get something that will give us 1 fur and wood as long as we have a level 1 weapon, which we do. Cool. And then remember, she has the backpack, so she can look at 2 of these and keep 1. Oh, this is scenario specific. That one is a plow, and it lets me remove 1. Oh yeah, we're doing the plow. Lets me remove 1 of these black tiles. So that's awesome. That's making it so that we cannot go to, or cannot find those locations. That is perfect. Okay, so we just did that explore. Last but not least, we have our missionary healing by 1. Okay, so we just finished exploring. We are now at everybody's done their action phase. We've got a ton of these awesome things here. So first what we're going to do is we're going to use this right away and plow out the river, okay? Because that's going to make a bunch of these available for us to build. So now we can build this. We can also build all these hills ones. Oh, this is awesome. We are close, you guys. There might be a chance we can win this. A small chance, but a chance. Okay, we can't build that. We have the knife. I should have done that a long time ago. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Looks good. We should be able to do this. All right. Then we should get a piece of food and a fur because of this one. So let me grab that. Piece of food and a fur. And we should get a piece of wood for that other one that's there. So we'll also get that. We also bring this wood down. And we have our take care of a rainy day. And we have not used this one yet. Great. Oh, this is great. Okay. So now we roll the weather dice. And by the way, next round we have another kid, because guess what? You don't want to just have one kid. Okay, 2 rain clouds, totally fine. Our roof is a level 2, and this is blank. Heck yeah. So now at the night phase, we eat 3 pieces of food. Nom nom nom. And our little baby eats another one. And we still have 4 pieces of food. This is looking a lot better. All right, so after this, we'll move to the next round. All right, so let's move on to round 9. So in round 9 now we have 2 kids, and the other change is we're no longer going to be rolling this orange die. We're going to be rolling the white die again, which is a little bit more brutal. So move this first player token back over to the missionary, and our first card. Oh, nausea. You feel terrible and you won't be able to work hard today. The character with this on his belly has only 1 action this round. Discard this and draw another round. Oh, I thought with the cure I wouldn't have to do that, but no matter what, I'm nauseous. Oh, we've got another one. Oh, bad luck. The pirate chest was cursed. This round, each player has only 1 player action available. Oh, well, these happened at the same time, but it's going to be a quick round. And another one of these. Oh, the beast is here. Okay. The predator comes to your camp and attacks you. Fight a beast. Level 3. We actually are level 2, so we're only going to have to take 1 wound, but we each take 1 wound. And with the carpenter taking 1 wound, we knock the morale back down to 1. We do lose 2. Our weapon goes down by 1, so I'll decrease that in a second. We do get 2 food and 1 fur, but our palisade actually goes down too. Jeez. 2 food, 1 fur. Gosh, this game just keeps going back and forth, doesn't it? It's kind of how this goes. For a little bit you feel good, then you feel bad, then you feel good. Yeah. Okay, and this goes down, so now our weapon is only at a level 1. And this gets discarded, and we get another event card. Sleepless Night, Insomnia. Books, we're going to get half of our resources. Now, I was stupid. I would have moved to this location. That's the whole reason I was trying to do this. This snail would be here. I'm sorry, that's the second time I've done that, but pretend I moved there during the night phase. However, with this, we're not going to get any wood anyways, but this would have potentially given us wood. Put the reroll on the building, gathering, resource, and exploration actions. During the next action of each type, you have to reroll 1 successful result. So, next time we do one of these, we have to reroll a success when we roll the die. And we can get rid of that by doing a rest, and we discard this and essentially just get a success token. Or determination token, success token. Okay, so from there we do the morale phase. We are only getting 1 morale, but we're still in a positive, so we're still positive. That's good. Then from there we do our production. It's halved, so we get 1 piece of food, which we're doing really well on food. That's not our problem. Problem is all of our builds that we have to do, which now we have so few people to do it. Now, I keep forgetting to do the storm glass here. I think you can see it. So I'm going to do it now. It allows me, you can roll the weather dice right now during the action phase. So we know ahead of time what we're up against. And we're up against losing 1 piece of food, losing 1 piece of food and 2 rain clouds. So the 2 rain clouds were fine. Ooh, no we're not. I moved our shelter. because of that, we had to decrease our roof by 1. It would not have affected our palisade because it was already only at 1. So I think one thing that we are going to do is, well, actually, this will work for that. I'm not gonna spend time doing the roof. I'm gonna spend the time building some stuff. Lots of stuff. We got wood. So the carpenter only has 1 token available to us. I'm going to pay 3 determination tokens for her to get another. She gets her handyman, so she gets 2 successes for a map. That will be awesome. And then we're going to have the nun and Friday come and do an action together, and we're going to do the bow, because that'll increase our weapon by 3, and we're doing a guaranteed, so we don't have to roll. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Oh, I wish I had more people available, but that's okay. We'll do this. Then I'm going to use the missionary's ability, discarding 3 of these to discard this threat, so we don't have to worry about that bad effect happening. Okay, we got everybody out. So nobody on threat, nobody on hunting. We have 2 builds. They're both guaranteed, so we don't have to re-roll dice. So our first guarantee is this bow, and that gives us 1, 2, 3, plus 3 on our weapon. Heck yeah. Okay. We still have a chance, you guys. We still have a chance. Then we have the map, which also is a guarantee because there's 2 people there. And the map gives us a green guy. I've been using this green guy for builds. I really should use this green guy for exploration. So we have an extra green guy now to use for exploration. The big thing though is it gives us access to making the shortcut. So the only other thing we have to build is the brick. And once we build the brick, we can build all 4 of these. Awesome. All right, we've done all 5. We already know what we rolled. We rolled 2 clouds, but we're going to discard this token, so we make this only into 1 cloud. Where are you? Does this even have a 1 cloud? It doesn't. It would change it into a 1 cloud like this, and we lose 1 piece of food, so that's gone. Then at the night phase, we eat 4 pieces of food. 1, 2, 3, 4. We still have 2 pieces of food left. That's awesome. All right, we're done with the night phase. So now we move on to round 10. First thing is Carpenter's first player. We will draw a card. Call of the Wild. We're only going to get half our resources. Roars and screams. The woods are not safe today. Put this next to the hunting deck. That means we have to have a level 3 fight to even go to the hunting deck, which we already have that, so we're fine. We'll put that there. Fierce hunting. 2 attack plus a person. Discard this and get a food, which is cool. And we'll put that here. Okay, so then we have our morale phase. Our carpenter gets 1 determination token, which is great. That gives her 3 determination, which means she can get another guaranteed, or another helper essentially, and get a guaranteed success. Then we get our production phase. It's halved, so we have to just do 1 food. Now we only have 3 pieces of food. Oh, so we've got to have 1 person go out to get food for us. That is going to be the missionary. She can actually bring 2 pieces of food because of the sack. So she's going to do that. We're going to have these other 2 do a guarantee build on the bricks because we need to do that in order to get to the furnace. Then we're going to have the carpenter use her 3 determination tokens here to guarantee build, or to give us 1 more person. Here we go. This is not a builder, but we'll pretend it is. To guarantee build this pit, that's going to use 1 piece of wood. Oh, let's keep this wood just in case because of the dice we're rolling. let's instead do the shortcut. And then we've got her here. She is really close to dying. If we build a pot, we could do some healing, but I'm so close here. Oh, but I still need to increase my palisade as well to a level 1. We can also do an explore, or we could heal ourselves. You know what? We're going to do this, because that'll give us determination tokens, because we're not going to be first player next time. They'll let us use 1 less piece of wood for next round, because we'll have 2 determination tokens, and we can do some of these things without wood. Yeah, let's do it that way. Okay. Sorry guys, talking to myself. All right, we don't have anybody doing a threat. Oh, but this gives us determination tokens. Let's see, is there anything that's going to give? Let me see. She needs to have 2 determination tokens. Or no, she needs to have 3. I could instead swap this, but we're just going to do it. We're going to hope for the best. Okay, so first, no threats, no fighting. Build. We've got 2 guarantees. I'm not even playing with these dice anymore. I want these guarantees. So here's a success. This is going to build our palisade by up to a level 1, because we have bricks now, which is awesome. Okay, so that's 1. We also have a shortcut. So the shortcut lets us put a token. Let's see if I have that token. It's somewhere in here. Well, let's just, for the sake of time, let's just use one of these. Put this token on any tile adjacent to your camp. During the production phase, you get 1 chosen resource from that tile. So I'm going to place that on this tile right here. Basically gives us a shortcut to this tile, which is awesome. Could get us some more food or wood, something like that. And now you guys, literally, I have to build 1, 2, 3, 4 more. That's it, as long as I keep everything else the same. Oh gosh, and we're around 10. Oh, this is going to come down to the wire. Okay, so that was a guaranteed build. We did our 2 builds. We now have to do our exploration. Or no, not exploration. This is a gather, you guys. And we'll have to re-roll a success. Let's see. All right, we'll have to re-roll this success. We still get a success. So we get 2 pieces of food, which is great. That is incredibly helpful. Plop those there. Okay, then we do have the question mark, so we're going to have to see what our event is. Oh, Viper. A viper hides in your clothes and unknowingly bring it into the camp. Shuffle into the deck. Oh, and this event deck is not very big, so we may be seeing that viper sooner than we want. All right, but we were able to get 2 pieces of food, which is what we need, and then we have the nun, or the missionary, sorry, the nun, getting 2 success tokens and increasing morale. Awesome. All right, now we have to roll these 2 dice. Let's see what we get. Okay, we have two rain clouds. Our roof is only at a level 1, so because of that, we lose 1 piece of food and 1 piece of wood. Nothing here, which is amazing. So we go to the night phase, we have to eat 4 pieces of food. 1, 2, 3, 4. We somehow survived. Okay, that's round 10. We are now in round 11, you guys. First player is the missionary. Oh, this is insane. Bear. A bear finds your camp and destroys it. We lose half of our resources because of the book. Put this on arranging the camp action field during the next whatever you discard that. It's going to get you 2 determination tokens in this. Okay, so we're not going to be able to arrange the camp anymore. That's a bummer. Oh, I was going to use these 3 determination tokens to discard this event so we don't have it get pushed through, so that's fine. We have our repair effect that can help us, but we might actually be okay because I'm going to probably ignore this one. So we now do morale check. The missionary gets 2 tokens, which is awesome. Then after that we move to production. We get half. So normally I'd get 2 pieces of wood and 2 pieces of food. Instead we're going to get 1 piece of, actually I'm going to say, no, that's fine, because I want 1 piece of food and 1 piece of wood. So we got 1 of each. Okay. So what we need to do, we need in 2 rounds to be able to build 4 of these. Oh my gosh, this is going to be insane. Can we do it? We also need to fight the hunting deck. We need to do something there so that we can, oh wow, this is going to be close, you guys. So I'm going to have these 2 go hunting, so hopefully they get enough food. Okay, how much food we need to get is, we now have 3 kids, so we need 5 pieces of food. We have 1, so we need to get 4. I don't know if that's going to be enough. 4 food? We can't guarantee we're going to get 4 food from there. Okay, well we can maybe hope that we get 2, and then I gather 2 from this spot, so that would give us 4. And then we take our wonderful, oh man, our wonderful carpenter here. 1, 2. Oh, we're gonna have to just take a chance. We're gonna do the bed and the furnace. Now, if we take 2 wounds, that is going to mean we are 1 wound away from losing. It is what it is. I think that's what we're going to have to do, because if I build those 2 and I can somehow be able to build these next 2 in round 12, we win the game. Okay, so everybody's out. Yep. So first thing, I'm ignoring the threats. We have our fight. So our fight is above 3, so we don't have to worry about this. We're good. Then we look at this. Come on, be something good to help us. Oh, it's a marquee, or a marquee. Marquee. It needs a level 5. We are at a level 4, so the missionary takes 1 wound. We have our weapon hit by 2, but we get 4 pieces of, how lucky is that? 4 pieces of food. We technically would have enough food here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh, you guys. 4 pieces of food right here. We do get 2 pieces of fur, and we get to draw a treasure from the mystery deck because it's a marquee. And this is an expansion, or like a special guy. You won't see that in the base game, just so you know. Let's see, we're not going to deal with a snake. Our treasure, herbal mixture. Keep this card, you can use it once. You may look at the top, event card, discard after use. Using that immediately. I want to know what this top event card is because we're going to be seeing it. Well, that's not terrible. Okay, cool. I was hoping for something different, but that's okay. It's still not bad. So that was the fight, our build action. We have to re-roll a success. Okay, can you please wish me lots of luck here? We need lots of luck. So this is for the carpenter's first one. Okay, she has a success. Re-roll it. It's a success. Yes. So we have our bed, which is awesome. She does have, and we don't have to re-roll the next time, which is nice. She does take a wound. She is 2 away from dying, and she has to have an event. You feel sleepy. You decide to take a nap. Decide, discard this card or heal 2 and shuffle it into the deck. Heal 2. I'm discarding the card. The problem is if I take an inch, you know what? No, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna heal by 2. I am gonna heal by 2, and I'm putting this into the deck. Okay, you guys, this is insane. Let's see what happens. Okay, that was the first one. Can she build the furnace? Okay, she now can take another hit and she'll be okay, but she will decrease morale. That's why I didn't really want to do that at first, but I think it's worth it to be able to, oh, she failed and took a wound. So, she failed. She got 2 determination tokens, but that's okay. That'll help us for next round. And she did take a wound. She went past one of those lines, so we go down to 1 morale. Still, not terrible. We need to only build 3 items next round. Okay, that's what we need to build. 3 items in 1 round. Okay, then the missionary. Let's see what the missionary can do. And we have a success. Now the missionary, also gets hurt. That puts us down, and she goes across her line, so she is 1 away from dying. She does succeed though, so she brings 2 more pieces of food, which is helpful. And we don't have to have an adventure. Okay, we could die right here, you guys. We have more than enough food. We have more than enough of everything. Let's see, 2, I can't do anything. With 2 determination tokens, that's not gonna help. All right, well, we have to roll 2 dice. We're gonna roll these 2. We really need a 1 cloud roll, not a 2 cloud. We have 1 cloud. We do have a snow cloud, so we lose a piece of wood just because it's so cold. But we also lose 1 piece of food. We then need to, in the night phase here, eat 2 plus 3 kids, 5 pieces of food. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh. We have enough food to eat. All right, you guys. Round 12. Absolute last round. No matter what, it's for all the beans. We've got a missionary that's incredibly hurt. Anyways, well, we'll see what happens. All right. Carpenter. Oh, same one that we had before. Disturbing howl. Leaving the camp gives you the creeps. We have to put that question mark thing. If possible, put reroll on 3 tiles adjacent to your camp. When you take any actions on those tiles, reroll success. Okay, and what happens is this gets pushed, and this makes, we have to put that token next to the hunting deck. Okay, and that gets placed here. Okay, morale phase, we don't get any morale, we don't lose any morale. Production phase, we actually get our production. We get 2 food and 1 wood. 1, 2, and 1. So we need 5 food. We have 3. We need 1 person to do 1 gather action and succeed, and we are good to go. We are going to have Friday do, oh my gosh, you guys, this should give us another food or another wood. So, because of these shortcuts. So we're gonna put another piece of food. So we literally just need 1 piece of food. So I'm gonna have him gather from this spot. If he dies, we can still win the game. So now what we need to do is build 3 different items. We're gonna have the missionary spend both people, because if she uses up both her people, she loses. Or if she takes any wounds, she loses. And we're gonna place our 2 individuals here for the carpenter. This is insane, you guys. I get 1 reroll for the carpenter. And she can take 2 wounds. Everybody's out. So we'll start here. We start right away because we've got nothing in the threat, nothing in the hunting. Build. First, guaranteed build. So our guaranteed build gives us the pit during the production phase. Well, we aren't doing any more production phases, so it doesn't even matter what it gives us. So then what we do is we go to the carpenter. All right, you guys, and just so you know, the other time I won this game, it went down to the wire like this too. This is an amazing game. All right, we need a success. This is for the furnace. Here's a success. We take a wound. The furnace is made. Okay. Next. Let's shake this up. We have the shield. Also doesn't matter. We just need to succeed. We have a success. We have made the shield. All right, now we just need to survive, you guys. I can re-roll a die with this. I'm going to re-roll this question mark die. Ah, well, that didn't help. We're still gonna have to have this event. The work, let's see, there you go. The work is very hard and it takes a lot of time. Put this icon next to the building action. Great, that's fine. We're not gonna build anymore. So, let me just place that there just for the sake of being good. Awesome. We have now built all 9 items. We now have a level 1 weapon, a level 1 palisade, a level 1 roof. We have a shelter. We are all set except for the weather dice. So we do have the furnace available to us. What that means is we can get rid of one cloud, snow cloud that we may roll here. Let's see what happens. If we lose the palisade here, but I have the powder which allows me to re-roll it. All right, let's see what we get. We have 2 rain clouds. 2 rain clouds. What we can do is use the furnace, I believe. That gets rid of 1 cloud. So it's either gets rid of a snow cloud or just gets rid of a cloud itself. So that moves it down to a single cloud. I'm pretty sure that's right. If that's the case, we win the game, because with this, oh, you guys, you know what? I can't say that. I'm gonna leave this, well, I'm gonna re-roll this because I cheated. I need to do Friday. Friday needs to see if he gets food. Oh, okay, Friday gets food. Success, he gets 2 food, has nothing hit him. So I'm going to be fair and re-roll those dice. I probably should. Friday doesn't die. That's wonderful. So let's re-roll these 2 dice. We have to fight a level 3. That would kill us. So we are going to use this to re-roll. That was that scenario specific item. Lets us re-roll, and we just lost the game. Oh! Oh man, we lost the game because our palisade goes down to 0. Oh my gosh. That's an insane game. As you can see, this game is awesome. What can I say? I lost by 1 dice roll after 12 rounds of slowly building, exploring. I know, I'm sure I probably did a couple things wrong, but most of what I did was right here, and it was a phenomenal game. This is how most games go with Robinson Crusoe for me, so I highly recommend this game. It is fun. I know I lost, but I feel like I still won getting this close. If this red die, no, that would have had me lose. I think I had too many chances of losing. I would have had to roll 1, 2. I had 3 sides that would have worked. That side wouldn't have worked. That side wouldn't have worked. That side, oh come on. Where is it? Where? That would have worked. That would have worked. And that would have worked. Oh man. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to subscribe. Thanks for following along. This was a bit of a longer one, but it's a longer game. I wanted to show you how it worked. There's lots of different moving parts. There's lots to think about, and I hope you guys can pick this one up. They have a new edition out that has really cool food pieces. I think they're like bread and bananas, and they aren't these meeples, but they're still like the pawn, so they'll look like they'll look like this, but they'll actually have a picture of the character on there. So anyways, hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to subscribe. Let me know what you think. Tell me all the things I did wrong. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten this close, but anyways, appreciate you watching. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.